work here is I'm going to start with angles of attack. When working the angles of attack, I began working that in a system of Filipino collie that I trained with under James Nielsen. And I did this in the early mid-90s is when I began that training. And with the angles of attack, basically what it is whether you use a weapon or whether you're barehanded, it doesn't really matter. There's only a certain amount of angles that an attack can come. You know, you have here, which is the same as here. You know, you have 1, 2, then you have 3, 4, angles 5, 6, 7, and 8. You know, it's an asterisk. You have an asterisk goes up and down vertically, across both directions horizontally, and then you have an X or angles of 45 degrees down and up on this angle, and down and up on this angle. And then you have a center strike, which is a punch right in the center of that. So you have a crossed here, you have down and up, and you have an angle 45 here and here, and then here and here. And then right in the center, where they all meet, you have an angle there. So which is actually 9 angles, but that one center shot is a culmination of all those angles intersecting. So with those angles of attack, the Filipino martial arts has a training system which they call Basic 12. And Basic 12 is nothing more than those angles of attack in various forms in a set pattern, which to some degree I guess would constitute a kata, but they practice these angles of attack, and they practice the different defenses for those attacks, and they call it the Basic 12. It goes, you know, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I haven't practiced that in 100 years. And there's various different Basic 12s that are out there. I'm pretty sure there's a few standards, but it's not really so much the Basic 12 that I want to work as far as the individual angles that make up that Basic 12, because you can come up with as many Basic 12s as there are out there. I mean, you know, each one of them can be different. You know, you can have 1, 2 here, or you can start 1 and 2 here, or, you know, this could be 1 and 2, or you could have 1 here and 2 come right here. You know, it's endless pretty much as the different variations you can have. So I'm not worrying so much with the Basic 12 as much as I'm going to deal with the angles that make up that Basic 12. So you have a strike which will go from here just straight in here. Now you can have 2 different variations of each one of these attacks. You can have the strike that's here and pulls back, or you can have the strike that's here and continues on. So you're here and come back, or you go through. Each one of these attacks works the same way. You know, if you're at this angle here, angling down, you can and bring it back, or you can go through, depending on what you're wanting to do. So I say work them both equally. I'll say that about everything. Work everything equally. If you're going to hit this angle here, practice boom and pulling back, but just as much as this here, practice going through. So have your straight across here. Bam. Which is right here at the ribs. Bam. Or you go through. Same as this direction. And go through. 1, 2. Then we'll go to the top, which is a strike here. Just to the head, down the body. You can go through, or you can go up. See, 1, 2, 3, and you go up, of course, here, which, right here, bam, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have the vertical and the horizontals. And then you have the 45s at both sides going from top down and from down up. Here, and you have here. Then you have the same angles, but you're starting at the bottom, up, up. And then this side, you're here, up. So the whole thing, here and here, and you got here, and you got here, angle this direction, angle this direction, then you have the angle this direction, and angle this direction. And then you have your dead center, which all of these angles culminate into one center spot. Boom. And the same thing, you got the stick here. But it's the same thing with punches. If I'm here, be like a boxing hook to the body here, then here, then I'm going to uppercut here, here, then you have an overhand which will come down here, here, then you have your angles. You know, it'd be a wide hook here, you got a wide hook here, and an uppercut, a hook uppercut here, and you have a hook uppercut here. So it doesn't matter if you're using a stick. If I want to come into the ribs, and I hook here, it's the exact same thing as if I take this stick and here. So you see it here, here. It's the same thing as this, here, here, here. It's an extension of the stick. It's nothing more than an extension of your arm. So those are the angles of attack. And I think that as far as everything is concerned, about everything that I've studied and everything that I've learned, I would honestly have to say that those angles of attack has formed an extreme basic foundation for everything else that I've done. I mean, you can't strike in any other ways other than these basic attacks. Here, 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 here. One side of the body. The other side of the body, here, here, here. Straight punch right in the center, which is a culmination of all the other attacks. You got your basic vertical and horizontals here. Basic vertical and horizontals right here. See? You got angles here, and then you got your X, which goes in between those. And you have your angles here and your angles here. Then of course it all culminates into this center spot right here where all angles meet.